I haven't done a video like this in quite a while because I remember the first couple of times I did, the videos didn't do well. So let me put it this way. If this video does well, me going over the different synopsis for the upcoming week of Beyond the Gates, this might become a weekly thing. Just putting that out there. So we have the trailer, which was pretty good. I think next week we are in for a treat. Let's start off with Monday. Chelsea's heated confrontation with Tomas results in a major revelation. And I believe they released a photo of Chelsea, I believe in her father's office, confronting Tomas, obviously about him sleeping with or having sex with Eva, despite, I shudder to think or say despite being with Kat, but whatever. So I wonder what this major revelation is per se. Leslie uncovers a truth that has her riding high, which I know is already ticking off a lot of fans due to the fact that they are tired of her winning. Maybe Eva mentions the whole thing about having sex with Tomas, and that leads to that one scene in the promo where she's encouraging Eva to take what she feels she deserves, which is Tomas away from Kat. And there's that one scene where Kat approaches Tomas in the country club talking about how they need to finish what they started, which is a contrast to her kicking him out of the apartment and crying. So, next up, Ted offers some hard-won advice to Smitty. Most likely in relation to trying to fix things with his son. That way, Smitty and Martin don't find themselves on the path to divorce like he and Nicole. And hard won as in he won this advice, but it was a hard journey getting there. Basically, yeah, it makes sense. Advice about avoiding divorce. Kat leans on her mother. What about? Oh, duh. Probably the whole Tomas thing. Which could be the beginning of what I don't want, and that's, everybody finding out about Tomas and Eva, and then Tomas is the villain. When it's like, well, you told him he was bad in bed. Anita and Vernon deal with an unwelcome gift. I have no idea what this is. An unwelcome gift. Better than guess, but when I read unwelcome, my mind automatically went to Leslie. And given that she's uncovering a truth that has her riding high, and we know she loves to gloat, I'm guessing the gift probably came from her, being that she was soon to be their next door neighbor. Well, across the street, that is. Okay, so moving on to Tuesday. Fairmount Crest mourns one of their own. It seems to me this is possibly the funeral for Doug. There's some photos of, I believe, Danny, Vanessa, and Nicole in, black attire at the country club, which mirrors how they looked during Bill and Haley's wedding. Kat makes a bold move in the relationship department. Making amends with Tomas? I don't know. Joey alters reality, most likely still covering up Doug's demise. Eva gets some bad advice. Okay, so this is probably the episode where Leslie tells Eva to go after Tomas regardless. Carlton receives some unwanted attention. I'm guessing this is in relation to the trailer when Anita is advising Nicole to get dressed up, put yourself back out there, have some fun, and we see him or Nicole and Carlton kissing. So after that, Carlton receives some unwanted. I don't know. He's always had an eye for Nicole, so do you think unwanted attention could, I don't know, maybe Ted stepping up to him or trying to? I'm just throwing this out here. Do you think it could be Leslie? Because it could just further go down the path of Leslie not just ruining the marriage being enough, but also trying to screw up any chance of Nicole moving forward. So perhaps Carlton gets approached by Leslie, because let's not forget she's a member of the country club now, whether we like it or not. So maybe Carlton's there for breakfast just because, not because he's there to meet, Nicole, but he's just there. But then Leslie tries to flirt. I can see that happening. Donnell asks Jacob painful questions about his father. And I know in the promo, there's a scene at the police station where he's asking Jacob, like, why would my dad, like, leave us like that? What's going on? And then Marcel, glances over there. Episode 3, Wednesday's episode. Vanessa's friends have reason to be concerned for her well-being while she is left reeling after spotting some new information. Remember, she told Joey she wanted to go to the crash site to see if there's anything lingering, maybe some clues about Doug's accident. Marcel issues a dire warning. I'm guessing this is towards Jacob trying to look into this case. Martin and Smitty struggle to find a path forward. Enough said. They'll work it out. Either they will or they won't. Thursday, tensions erupt when Haley and Danny go head to head. That's that moment from the trailer where Haley looks like she's just storming her way into Danny's home in the middle of the night, screaming, "You have your husband. Stay the hell away from mine." Like, for real? Really? The mistress? The one who was the main cause of Bill and Danny's divorce in the first place because you slept with her husband? Get on somewhere. Bill and Andre clash. Now in the promo, there's a scene at the diner where Andre calls out Bill, "Interesting." Then that leads Andre away from my ex-wife and out of her bed. So it's like, who is he talking to? Could it be Joey? Maybe. Anita offers words of encouragement to her daughter and grandson. And in terms of her grandson, words are, I believe, is the last scene to talk about from the trailer when I think they're at Uptown. I guess it's after the funeral, based off what Donnell and Vanessa are both wearing all black. When he comes in there with Jacob and Joey and Vanessa there are as well. And I think Joey was saying how Donnell can't find out about, us. And that's when it's, "Oh, hey, Donnell, what are you doing here?" I was about to ask you the same thing. That's going to lead to something. And finally, Friday's episode. Danny confides in Pamela about her steamy moment with Bill. Well, I mean, he was the one that kissed you. And I wonder how Pamela's going to react to the wedding. Haley puts her husband's feet to the fire. Obviously, insecurity. Eva asks Ramona and Jan's help. I wonder what for. Maybe Leslie related? Naomi and Jacob have a difficult conversation that leaves them with more questions than answers. Obviously, the pregnancy. Okay, folks, well, that about does it. That is the trailer breakdown, as well as going over each and every synopsis for next week, October 6th to the 10th. As I said before, if this video does well, I will do this every week. So, like and subscribe, and I will catch you all in the next video.